Hello everybody, my name is Alan, the Armchair Athlete, and today I'm going to talk to you about my plans for one of the most anticipated racing video games out there coming this year. This one is as big as GT Sport. Everyone's looking forward to both Project Cars 2 and GT Sport, both amazing games. And, well, anyways, about Project Cars 2. I would just like to warn you first before I start talking about it. In this video, you will see me smashing into a ton of cars. That is not on purpose. This is the first time I ever drove this car, and I was trying to drive it. This is my first race, and it was going a lot faster when braking and accelerating than I thought it was going to. So I kind of rear-ended quite a few cars in this video. So if you are a pure racing fan and you see me smashing into that and you get angry, I'm sorry. Anyways, I will take responsibility. It is my fault. Like that one. Anyways, so I'm going to talk to you about Project Cars 2. Basically, the day it is launched. That day, we are going to be streaming pretty well all day. I will be online. We will be going through test races, ranked races, because apparently there's going to be ranked online races as well. I will be streaming that. We're going to have a ton of fun. I'm going to try out a few different things. The first thing I really want to try out is rally racing in it. And then the second thing I want to try out is if I can get an Indy car to drift in a rally race. If I can get an Indy car inside of a rally race, that would be fantastic. That one will be against a computer most likely. I really doubt they would allow that in an online race. But it would be still really interesting to try. So the next thing we're going to try, obviously the first day, is after we mess around, try to get Indy cars in rally races, stuff like that. We're going to then go, and I want to have maybe a 15 to 30 minute break after that, and we're going to go in and we're going to go and do some ranked online races. We're going to see how the online is. Online is very important, especially to me. I want to see how highly I can get ranked up before GT Sport comes out. That way I can get some good practice, because obviously GT Sport, there's like a real person version of it where if you do really well, you can actually go for an actual real race car team. So that would be really cool. But Project Cars 2 is going to be really interesting. It is a pure racing game. Some people are saying iRacing and that is more sim racing than Project Cars, but I respectfully disagree. I believe that Project Cars 2 and 1 were sim racing games. They allow you to do a lot of different tweaks to the car, and that it's just, I find Project Cars 1 was able to have better handling off stock, which makes it a little bit, not necessarily easier, but yeah, just overall better game. Especially the online. Assetto Corsa Online was kind of wonky. Anyways, with Project Cars 2, what we're also going to try out is when you're going around the corner. The biggest complaint with Project Cars 1 was if you hit a bump or if you started to drift, you couldn't correct yourself without spinning out. We're going to try that as well. So we're going to be trying out and seeing if we can get some of the quirks that Project Cars 1 had, and see if if they've been included with Project Cars 2, because that would truly suck. Another thing I want to try with Project Cars 2, it may or may not be a stream, but it will be in a video, is truck racing. So apparently they will be bringing in trucks into the game, which will be really cool. Stuff like the Ford Raptor and the Toyota Tundra. So that would be really interesting to race and see what it's like. Another thing that we're going to try is we're going to go into just versus computer mode. And this may be the second day at this point. So in the second day after release, we're going to try and do the different weather systems and see how the weather affects driving. Stuff like what's been said to have been included in the game is stuff like if somebody goes off-road, the mud gets tracked onto the track. and it stays there lap after lap, so it gets slippery in some certain points because it obviously gets muddy. And I also want to try some ice racing. So apparently they're going to be allowing you to go and have certain tracks for ice racing, as well as allowing you to have snow on the track, and having, like, you could quite literally be racing in California and there'll be like snow on the track. So we're going to be definitely trying out some winter racing. There's quite a few videos online right now where there's winter racing in Project Cars 2, but there's nobody really trying to do things. Stuff like, let's see if we can drift perfectly in a snowstorm, that kind of thing. We're going to be doing some really fun things. So make sure to subscribe, because this is going to be a very hugely fun time on this channel. Lots of streaming. We've had some streams before, but they've been just kind of sporadic. But we're going to be making it full time. So we're going to be doing streams for Assetto Corsa, NBA 2K18, GT Sport, or Assetto Corsa. I said Assetto Corsa. I do have Assetto Corsa. I'll be streaming it. It'll be Project Cars 2. So yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. If I can make this turn, don't go off. Yes, perfect. So with this car, in this video, this is obviously Project Cars number 1 that I'm racing in right now. So, like I was saying at the beginning, in this car, well, that was the end of that race. So this is the replay. You get to see some really cool angles and things. So basically, in this game, this was the first time I ever drove this car. So obviously, I was rear-ending a few people. But from there, oh, like I did right there. Ugh, I look like an amateur. Well, I am an amateur. What can I say? But this car had really good handling. It's just the acceleration was more than I thought. It took me a while to get it around corners too perfectly. I kept on going, like, cutting it too short or cutting it too wide. That's another thing I hope that Project Cars 2 has, is kind of like a training mode. So we all know in, like, GT Sport, they have like a driving school where they'll be like, okay, well, here's a corner. This is what you should do. Let's see if you can do it, kind of thing. Wonder if they're going to include something like that. Because if they do, that would be really interesting. We would actually make a whole stream just about that driving school. Project Cars 2 driving school. That would be really interesting. Then we get to learn how to basically drive certain tracks, drive certain cars, Mustangs, Indy cars, that kind of thing. So I'll leave you guys here. I will stop talking and I'll let you watch the rest of these really cool replays. And I hope to see you guys next time. Please like and subscribe. And yeah, well, subscribe, because we're going to be streaming quite a bit. And then you get to get notified of my fun streams, because when I stream, I've been told I'm pretty funny. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time.